What's going on, guys? Oh, me. Guys, I apologize. I guess I did not put a video out yesterday. One of my dailies. I don't know. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I just got so busy and tied up. Of course, like I told you guys, I try my best to do the dailies, but it's tough to do sometimes to stay on top of it. But anyway, but what we're doing today, today is Wednesday, the June 26th, I believe. But you know what I'm saying, I got my cowboy hat on. Playing Farmer Joe today. Now, trying to keep his daggum sun off my head. Guys, it is hot, but I'm gonna be out here on the tractor today, and turn y'all around and show you what I'm doing. So I got the auger. Let me zoom y'all out here. Got the auger hooked up. Buddy James came by yesterday and he helped me hook that up. So there's the old Kubota. I flipped the seat over like that because, guys, whenever I get on that thing and that sun's beating down on it, that sun gun will scald your butt. But there's my old boat. I need to get that thing running so I can get out on the water and go fishing. But hopefully one day, like I've told y'all before, I'm wanting to do a lean-to coming off that trailer. It's 48 feet long. Do a lean-to the entire length of the trailer and come out this way 30 feet. And then right there from the edge of the shed to the end of the trailer, basically right there where the tractor and the boat and all that stuff sits, that will be a concrete slab. And then I will eventually enclose that, and that will be my shop. Then I can use the door right there to go in and out and keep, you know, tools, whatever, up in there. But there's the old doodly. Oh, guys, by the way, I don't know if I told y'all or not. I think my leak is fixed. Actually, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me take my hat off so I can climb up underneath. So, what I done is let's see, hold on, let me turn y'all back around here for just a second. Alright, so what I done is I changed the transmission fluid. I changed the internal filter. I changed the external filter, the spin-on filter. And I also replaced that harness that was over on the passenger side going into the back of the transmission, because it was leaking. It's hard to say, guys. I don't think that was my problem, because I don't think that's where all the fluid was coming from that was sprayed all over the place. And the reason I say that is because that was over on the passenger side. Well, all my signs of leakage and everything, and where it was all wet, was on the driver's side. The plug, which is on the passenger side, it's towards the bottom of the transmission, just right above the transmission pan. Well, that means, in order for it to be correct, that means it would have to go up the wires, which liquid don't run uphill, go over the top of the transmission and come back down the other side. I just don't think that was where all the wetness was coming from. Now, yes, the plug was leaking, but I just don't think that's where it was coming from. In a way, I honestly believe it was coming out the vent tube. I believe the fluid was just, even though it looked good, that it was just broken down, deteriorated, and you know, all the I don't know what they call it in fluid and stuff, but you know, all the ingredients and stuff that makes it do what it's supposed to do, I just don't think they was there anymore, and so it wasn't doing its job, and so that was causing some of my, not really overheating, but the transmission temp running hotter than what it normally does. And then plus I may have had it a little bit over full. I don't think I had it that much. I mean, maybe a half a quart, maybe a quart at the most. I don't think I did, but I could have. But it wasn't that much over. So between those two things, I think it was whenever it would get pressurized under a load and start getting warmer, then it would be pushing it out the vent tube. Because guys, ever since I changed that fluid, my transmission temp it's running cooler, and I mean, it's not a lot cooler, but well, I guess sometimes it is. They normally going up to Indiana empty, it would get up to, it would stay 160 or so. Sometimes you get up or stay about 170 or so. Sometimes you get up 180. Usually whenever I was loaded, it'd be about 180, and then get up to 190, if not hit 200 every now and then. I know that's not terrible, but that's hotter than what I was used to, because that's hotter than what it normally runs. I think what sort of caused that is whenever I took that little small travel trailer out to California, I done something that I shouldn't have done. I ran out there without the tow haul mode on. The trailer wasn't that heavy. I mean, it was a small travel trailer, but I should have ran the tow haul mode. I mean, it pulled fine. The transmission didn't kick in and out of overdrive and all that stuff, and I honestly think that amount of distance, I think that's what done it. But so anyway, I have been to after I changed it, it sat for like 2 or 3 days. No leaks. I've been up to Indiana and back, no leaks, and that was under a load. And then it's been sitting here for 2 days. This is the second day it's been sitting here, and so far, as of yesterday, it wasn't no leaks. We're finna climb up under there and underneath there, and I'm gonna show you. All right, get my hat off, crawl around here on this gravel. That's the reason, guys, I want to get me a slab done. Oh me. All right. So right there on the bottom of the transfer case, right up in there, that's where you would always see dripping. And as you can see, it's dry. I think what it was doing, it was coming from the back of the transmission, like from the top, running down, and then it sort of goes downhill just a little bit over here, and it would sort of accumulate right there. Well, as y'all can see, guys, that's dry. So let's see if I can zoom y'all in a little bit here. See, there's my plug right there. It's dry. That's what I replaced. And that video will be coming out, guys, hopefully pretty soon. But get my fat butt up here. So anyway, guys, I think that solved my problem. At least I hope so. But anyway, walk over here. Oh, I know I'm all over the place here. Turn y'all around one more time. So I went yesterday and I bought some fencing, some T-post, And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm fixing to get ready to do to it. So right here in the front yard, basically what I'm gonna do is from right there at that corner post on the porch, I'm gonna come down and all the way down here to the end. I'm gonna fence all that in, and then sort of right there at the corner right down there, it's gonna cut back off and it's gonna connect right there. I'm gonna take that gate down, I'm gonna take that fence down, and going back around the back, and that's gonna give my dogs the entire front and backyard to go around in. Then, I don't know if I've told y'all before or not, my little English bulldog, I have to keep her separate from the other two because she absolutely hates other dogs. She ended up costing me $3,000 on my search and rescue dog, my German Shepherd, whenever I first got her because she attacked her and broke her leg. And she just don't. She's very territorial. She's old. She's grumpy and about like me, and she just don't like other dogs. So I'm gonna come from right there. Like I said, I'm gonna fence all this in, the whole thing. But I'm gonna come from right there, and I'm gonna come back to right here, and I'm gonna put a fence up right here. Then right there, I'm gonna move those steps over to right there, and then that way my English bulldog, she can get out here and use the bathroom instead of going out into my driveway and using it, because sometimes she uses it out here, sometimes she goes in the driveway. Well, I'm tired of walking in the driveway and almost stepping in landmines. Then over there coming off the porch, right over there, I have a set of steps. Well, I'm gonna put a gate up right there. Then I'm gonna take this little section right here down. I'm gonna put another little set of steps up right there. So that way they can come up here and get up on the porch. They can have the whole porch. Then whenever I get ready to let my English bulldog out, I have a gate up right here. So I will put them back out here, let my Rudy, my English bulldog, out. Let her out so she can come out here and use the bathroom. Keep them separate. And another reason I want to do that is the way I can get them up on the porch is so that way whenever I'm gone, then nobody can get up on the porch. If they do, then more power to them. Yes, I do have cameras, but cameras are only good for after the fact. If I'm gone, yeah, I might catch them, but that don't stop them from breaking in. If the dogs are up on the porch, that's pretty much gonna stop them from breaking in. So that's just me. But anyway, so what I got to do with the tractor, before I had my timber cut last year, I went all through them woods cutting down any cedars that I could find, especially if they would make fence posts. And that is all my cedars. So what I'm gonna do is probably this line right here, I'm just gonna use the T-post and come on out to right here. Now going down this way and back that way, then I'm gonna put the cedars up because I want to put the fence up, and then later on I want to get some boards and put on the outside of the fence and sort of, you know, have that wood looking fence. Eventually I'm gonna fence all this in, and same thing with all this over here. And I want the same thing. I want the wooded fence going pretty much all the way from my gate down there at the road all the way up here on both sides. I want a wooden fence, and just sort of make it look good. So that's my plans there. Then another thing I gotta get done, this is probably gonna be the first thing I do today, because I've got to get this done so I can get them back out here. As y'all can see, my power's disconnected. And there's the pole over there. So I gotta get that meter base down and put over there on the shed. And then, because I'm not gonna have power going to out here anymore. So I was trying to debate on whether or not I want to keep that light out here. So I had them disconnected just to see if I would like the darkness out here. And guys, I like it. I got another light over there on that pole right there for the backyard, and it lights up over here pretty good. So I'm gonna have them take that pole and move it over there where I was telling y'all I was gonna put a pole. And then all that wire right there, that service line, they can run that over there. Anyway, that's the plans. I say plans for today. It's gonna take me a whole lot more than a day to do all this, but I still gotta go around and turn y'all back around one more time. I'm probably making you guys drunk, all the switching back and forth. I had painted every 8 feet where I'm gonna put a post, and I done that probably a month ago. Well, of course, rain, mowing and all that stuff, it's done disappeared. So I gotta go back and remark everything, and then I'm gonna take that auger and drill out all my holes. I've got to be careful right here because my water line, it basically runs from the house and runs right down through here across the driveway, and then stops about right here. It goes over there to the water meter, then it shoots on down. I mean, not to the water meter, to the water hydrant. Then I got another water hydrant way down there. Probably, let's see, I can zoom in here. See where that orange cone is? I got a hydrant right there. So then my water line runs all the way down right there beside the Ford. You see that orange cone? That's another hydrant. Then my water line runs all the way through the woods, and then over on my neighbor's land, and all the way over to the other highway over there. Guys, I got 2,000 feet of water line because my water association here, they was wanting $40,000 to run me a main water line about a quarter of a mile. I'm like, hell no. They got a bore, they had to bore up underneath 2 creeks, or they would have. Because I got 2 creeks on my land. Well, basically starting on the land, I got 2 creeks that sort of merge into one. And so yeah, they was wanting $40,000 to do that. And I'm like, no. And because whenever I went to the board meeting that one time and asked, whenever I first bought the land, asking would they get me water out here, then they asked me would I be willing to, you know, split some of the cost. And I said, yeah, I'd split some of it. I didn't know it was going to be that much. And because I mean, I'm the only one out here. So then they came back with that number, and I was like, no, I can't do that. And then they said, well, we just let them do the boring and we do the rest, then we can get it down to about 20,000. I was like, no, I can have a well dug cheaper than that and have a lot cleaner water. And I did. I told them, I said, this nasty ass water that we have out here, and now granted, here where I'm at, it's better than where I used to live because I was on the same water system. And but guys, I mean, there's times that, I mean, I seriously just don't want to take a shower because sometimes the water would be so dirty, at least over there. Like I said, not over here, it's not. But there are times that the water here is just, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it look like you just, I mean, I know this may sound disgusting, but you fill up a glass of water and it looks like somebody just took a piss in it. So, I don't know. But, anyway. Because I'd had 3 different well companies come out here and give me a quote. And they was all between about 10 to 15,000 for a well. Which I didn't have that. And I still don't have that to do it. I would love to do it. I just don't have the money to do it. But, anyway. So I ended up going all the way over to the highway and got an easement from my neighbor and ran it from over there all the way over here. And the only thing I pretty much had to pay for was a deposit on a meter and 2,000 feet of water line. So I'd take that, because regardless if I had to put one down at the highway, then I'd have still had to run about 1,000 feet anyway. But the only problem is, that's the reason, guys, I got 3 shutoff valves on my land. I got one right there where I showed you, where y'all saw a while ago. I got one down right before you get to that first hydrant. And that's because if one of those 2 hydrants ever started leaking or busted, then I could cut it off there, but I wouldn't lose water to my house. And then I got that one where I showed you, so that way if I ever had a leak in the house, then I can just come right out into the front yard, shut it off. And then way down there where I pointed going through the woods at the fence line, I have another shut-off valve. So that way if anything busted in between here and the fence line. And so that way I can go down there and cut it off. Because if I ever have to go shut the main meter off, then I have to drive out of my driveway to the highway, go down to the next road, come back down, and basically my meter is in James's yard. And go over there and shut my meter off. The other guy next to him, where I got the easement from, basically I got an agreement with him, is I'd put him up one of those frost-free hydrants, and he could use it. He's got like a little shed out there where he stores his boat and tractor and all that stuff. He could use the water. I would furnish his water so he could wash his boat, tractor, whatever. And guys, I don't never notice a difference. My water bill is always pretty much the minimum. And so I done that. And so if anything ever busted on his side, then I would have to go and shut the main meter off. But anyway, guys, this is going on 23 minutes, and I guess I'm just trying to fill in 2 days in one. So anyway, get out here and get this done. And like I said, I'm already sweating, and I'm just out here walking around. So, but get out here and get to work. So guys, if y'all don't mind, hit that like, share, subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I will see y'all on the next one. As always, y'all be safe. Semper Fi.